I don't even notice it anymore. Your taste change as well. It's a bad habit. I don't know if it's a good habit, bad habit. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to talk about a very personal and intimate topic. I've decided to talk about the things I learned in my 6 years of being an expat, of all the ways how I've changed and grown in these years. Because you know, sometimes it feels like a lifetime. So many things have happened in this past 6 years. I've lived in 2 cities, I moved houses 3 times, I made lots of Italian friends and lots of international friends. I dated Italians and I dated non-Italians. I got a bachelor's degree and I'm doing a master's degree. I've worked several times for an NGO, as a drama teacher, as a social media manager, as a content writer. I've experienced so many things and I feel that I've learned so many lessons. And you know, one of the most important things that I've been doing in these 6 years have been enjoying my life, and I'm still doing it. I'm really happy about this whole expat adventure. I think one of the most important things is that I became really confident in myself and in my abilities, because living an expat life, being an expat, being in a foreign country where you don't know anybody, where you don't speak the language, and basically you start your life from scratch, you actually realize how badass you are. You know, you realize that you can do it. After living abroad for a few years, you just realize that you are capable of building your life from zero. The same way you built it at home from birth, you are building it as an adult, which is not very simple, because you don't know anybody, you don't have friends, you might not have a stable job, and you know, all the things that come with living an expat life. And when you suddenly realize one day, looking back on all those years, that wow, that's incredible, you actually stop being afraid. After being an expat for some time, you're not afraid to move once again. You're ready to move to another city or another country, even if you don't speak another language, because you just know that you can. You've done it. You've already done it, and that's an incredible feeling. It gives you such a huge confidence boost. I think it's been one of the most important things about my experience, because right now I start thinking about, well, what if I move to another city, or what if I move to another country? And I think that these thoughts don't scare me anymore, because I feel like I am capable of doing everything. I'm capable of taking on the world, you know. Another thing that happens when you become an expat is that you acquire new habits. So the habits themselves, of course, depends on where you are in the world. However, for me in Italy personally, some of the habits that I've acquired from Italians, for example, is getting hungry around noon. Italians have a strict schedule, you know, strict day schedule. They eat at the same time. So lunch here starts at noon, maybe 12:30, and lasts until 3, more or less. You know, most of the restaurants are open in that time and they close after 3. So if you miss lunch, you miss lunch. And another important thing in actually acquiring this habit is that everyone around you starts eating at that time. So if you're at home, you hear your neighbors preparing the lunch, cooking something, you hear the sound of the dishes, and you can smell what they're cooking, and you get hungry. So after 6 years in Italy, I've learned to get hungry by noon and to have lunch by noon. So this is one of the habits. Another habit is to drink coffee, Italian coffee. I still drink cappuccino, but I've stopped drinking all the sugary coffee, all the Starbucks kind of coffee, and I actually cannot drink coffee anywhere in the world, guys. It's incredible, because Italian coffee is so good that once you try Italian coffee, you can't drink it anywhere else in the world. It's a bad habit. I don't know if it's a good habit, bad habit. What do you think? However, that's the fact. Another habit is probably spending my time consciously. What I mean is, Italians love spending time with their friends and family, and I've learned that I actually have to schedule my time, to program my time with friends if I want to go out with them, because it might not be so easy to do it spontaneously because of work and study and life getting in its way, but Italians do make an effort to schedule their evenings out. And that's a really good habit, I feel. Your tastes change as well. For example, the things that you may have loved back home, after living abroad, you may come back and actually try them and say, probably it's not so good. Because you get used to local products, you get used to local cuisine, you get used to the way the locals eat. And in Italy, for example, one of the things that I've learned is to eat fresh produce in season. What I mean by that is that Italians, they won't buy strawberries in winter, for example. And I think it's such a cool thing because they eat vegetables and fruits when those vegetables and fruits are in season, which is healthier, which is better, and actually they taste way, way better. So, for example, I've learned to do the same thing, and I think this is how my tastes actually have changed. And of course, you get used to different things, you get used to different cuisine, you get used to different taste of products. Another thing that happens when you become an expat is that you learn new skills, and I'm not talking only about language skills, of course that's important too. However, I personally have learned so many things to do around the house, or technical things, stuff like that, because calling in a service might actually be longer and more expensive than doing it myself. So many times I ended up just Googling it or searching for a tutorial on YouTube how to do things. And I feel like I can do so many things that I've never could even thought about doing, But when you don't have the security of your home city, of your home country, of friends and family around you and people you probably have to adapt and to learn to do things on your own. But that's a really, really cool thing. It boosts your confidence, definitely boosts your confidence. So one last thing I want to mention today is how expat life makes you become more flexible. What I mean? First of all, you have to let go of your expectations, and expat life teaches you to do so because, maybe you've been way more pretentious before that, because, maybe you've had some high expectations about how things work or what do you want from your expat life, but then you come to a new country and you learn that things don't work this way, and you have to adapt, you have to be patient, you have to be flexible after all. And life in Italy, I'm pretty sure that every expat in Italy will tell you that life in Italy makes you be very patient and very flexible. The bureaucracy stuff and organization stuff, I've heard so many people, especially from Scandinavian countries, complain about the not so good organization here in Italy. I don't even notice it anymore, to be honest. After 6 years, I learned to let it go, to not have high expectations about it, to just be flexible. Okay, if I can do it today, I can do it tomorrow, fine. I just learned to not stress out about these things, because life is not only about getting everything done on time and stuff like that. Of course, there are things that are important and might be urgent. However, they don't happen every day. And before moving abroad, I used to stress out about even the smallest things. I used to stress out even when some little things didn't go my way. I've learned not to do it anymore as an expat, and I think flexibility is a very important quality that I've acquired in these 6 years. In general, life as an expat teaches you to open your eyes, to believe in yourself, not to be scared anymore of change, because you're going to change, and the change, it's a positive change. You're going to evolve into a totally new person, you're going to grow, and I think these are the things that we might not expect when moving abroad, because we might think about more practical things, when in reality the biggest change is happening inside us. And this is such a beautiful change.